Hello VC, this is Roger here. I just wanted to do a quick video showing some of the records I picked up in January. And before I get started here, I don't know if you hear it in the background. That's our music in the background today. John Cougar Mellencamp, Scarecrow. Great cassette. Also, quick shout out to Rob at Black Star Vinyl. Super Bowl just ended. Congratulations to your Eagles, man. They won. We were rooting for them. Alright, these first records I got here, I picked up at an estate sale on the last day of the sale. And when I walked in there, I didn't think there'd be anything left worth getting. And there was a small box, had a few there. But this stack was there, and they were $1 a piece. And so I was glad to pick them up. They're worth every bit of $1 a piece, and you'll see why. First up, Jefferson Airplane, Surrealistic Pillow. Of course, has the great songs that made it big with Somebody to Love and White Rabbit, both on this record. But good classic. Covers a little worn, a little ring wear, but not too bad. You have the jacket, and the records are in great shape. RCA Victor. But yeah, glad to get that. Surprisingly, that's my first Jefferson Airplane. This one was glad to get. Alvin Lee, 10 years later. Rocket Fuel. Good typical Alvin Lee record. Just flat out good rocking record. Said had the corner cut, little spine wear, but not bad. This one, it's on the RSO Rhino record label. Again, this one's a little dirty. Need to clean it, but good shape. I showed this one before real quick in a video. We talked about King Crimson, several of you guys, and at the time I didn't have anything, and so when I ran across this, I was glad to pick it up. King Crimson Red. See, it's got a little water damage on the corner here, but little wear and tear on the edges. Back, you can see like stuck to a different record or something at one time. But there again, the record itself, Atlantis, great shape. I mean, can't complain. I listened to this one, and I don't know, I need to listen to it again. When I listened to it, it was kind of a, okay, I'm not sure I understand the big deal with King Crimson yet. But when I got the one that Chad over Horror Biz won his contest, and he sent me In the Court of the Crimson King, and that one popped, man. It hit me right off the bat, and I enjoyed that whole record. But it didn't hit me. This one didn't hit me like that. So I need to go back and listen to this one again and see what I missed, maybe if I missed anything. But another one, Gary Numan. The Pleasure Principle. This one has the big one, of course, Cars. All of these got the covers got some wear and tear. Inner sleeves in great shape. Vinyl, excellent shape. So glad to pick that one up. Also, this one was there, The Outlaws. Lady in Waiting. Gatefold. One record, but a gatefold cover. There's a track listing. I didn't know any of these songs. They were okay. Outlaws, if you're not familiar with Outlaws, they're a country rock, southern rock, however you want to call it. More country, I guess, than rock. Their big hit was There Goes Another Love Song. But good record, good record. Glad to get it. This one, I was not familiar with this group. It seemed like I had heard of them. Spirit. This is a live recording. Like I said, it seemed like I'd heard of them, but didn't know anything about them. I liked it. I thought that was a great record. Back cover. And this one, you can see it's still got some pretty good shine on it. Still a little ring wear at the top. Corner cut. But on, and I don't know that I have anything else on this label. I may. I'm just not familiar with it off the top of my head. But, potato label, but good record. Really was pleased to get this. Kind of surprised me. These next ones, my wife called me one day, and she was at an antique shop checking out some other stuff she was looking at. She said, "Hey, they've got a bunch of records down here. You want me to get some of them?" And she started calling out what they had. And some of them were decent price. Some of them I thought were overpriced. I asked her if they were sealed or not sealed, and came across a couple that I asked her. I said, "Yeah, go ahead and pick them up. I'll take them since they're sealed." One was a Marty Robbins on Pickwick label. She said recorded in England. I like Marty Robbins. I've said that before, and kind of a greatest hits type. You can see the track listing there. Another sealed one she got. Johnny Cash and Jerry Lee Lewis on the Sun label. Sunday Down South. Glare. You can see what was songs on that one. But anyway, glad to pick. Yeah, I popped this one because I was curious. I wanted to see. It looked so good. You can see there's the Sun label. And the record's in great shape, so I was very pleased to get that. But they had ended up going back to the same store and looking. Me and my dad went. That's one of the great things. I still get to go record picking with my dad, and me and him will go every once in a while and enjoy it every time. And it works out good for him because I get down on the bottom, get those lower records. He doesn't have to bend over, and I'll sit there and hand him some, or he looks over my shoulder and sees what I'm flipping through and tell me to pull one or whatever. But we were looking, and he pulled, or we got ready to leave, and I had a few that I was kind of looking at, and I thought, well, I really didn't have the money yet with me. It was like 3 or 4 days before payday, and I thought, well, I'll just come back when it's payday. Hopefully I got them, or hopefully they'll still have them. If not, then oh well, it wasn't meant to be. And I've always taken that attitude with records or anything, is if it's meant to be, it'll be there. If it's not meant to be, it's not going to be there, and I don't lose any sweat over it. But this one, he told me, no, go ahead and pick them up. Go ahead and bring them. And he bought these for me. And one was this Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings Heroes, still sealed. Kind of interesting, had a little remark here and a little picture with the two of them with Lash LaRue, old cowboy, TV cowboy. But glad to get that one. And Roy Orbison. What was the name of this? Mystery Girl. Yeah, Mystery Girl. It was still sealed. I popped the seal on it. Everything's great. Mint condition. So pleased to get these. I think that people maybe had bought these at a record shop that was going out or something, because a bunch of these have tags and stickers on them for way more than I paid for them. But was really glad to pick these up. Also, I had texted Andy or messaged him through Facebook and told him, I said, hey, I ran across a bunch of Buck Owens records. If there's something you're needing, let me know, and I'll look through these. They had about 15 Buck Owens records. Well, I went back with my dad when we went. They had 3 records. That's it, 3 records. And I was like, are you kidding me? Out of all of those that we'd gone through and seen before, there's 3 records this time when I went. I was kind of disappointed. I don't know if they're cycling through records or what. I just thought it was kind of weird that somebody comes in and buys that many Buck Owens at one whack. But I don't know. Maybe there's another Buck Owens collector out there like Andy that really likes his stuff. But anyway, I did find one for Andy, and if y'all saw his VCLT package I sent to him, it was in it, and that's where I also got the Grandpa Jones record. And this reminded me, I had one more that my dad bought me. I mentioned before that one of my favorites is of the big band crooner type music was Dean Martin, and this was a Dean Martin box set. Lay Some Happiness on Me, the reprise years from 66 to 85 box set had 4 CDs. No, 3 CDs. I'll get it in a minute. 3 CDs with music from his reprise years, and then a CD that was some outtakes and stuff that he had not had published before, and also had the 5th disc that was a DVD. And I didn't realize it at the time till I started playing the disc, but this was actually made in Italy. And what the DVD disc was trailers to a bunch of his movies and stuff, and they were all in Italian. I couldn't understand a thing on there, but it was pretty neat. But it also came with this book in it, a Dean Martin book that just talks a lot about his career and some of his movies and various things. So I was really glad to get that, and my dad bought that for me while I was there also. So I thank him for that very much, and he's getting paybacks. I bought him some stuff the other day. Okay, then I went to another estate sale. This next estate sale I went to, this was my killer estate sale that I did that normally I don't get to do. And but first, I got someone who wants to say hi. Come here. Say.
Hi, everybody. Thank y'all so much for all the remarks, telling me hi, and a special thanks to Lisa. Hope y'all are having a good night. And what about the Super Bowl? Hope y'all were going for the Eagles. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
See you in a little bit. So, anyway, I went to this, like I said, my killer estate sale that I couldn't believe I got away with what I got. It's the one where I got my stereo system. It's where, if you saw my cassette haul video, it's where I picked up over half of those cassettes at, and then I picked up these records that I'm fixing to show you. And I was just, I don't know, I just couldn't believe it. But the first one I picked up was, and I'll probably mispronounce this, but Fela Ransom Kuti and the Africa 1970 with Ginger Baker. Just kind of a jazzy type music, just a good good jazzy blues type playing. It. When I saw Ginger Baker, I thought, man, I've read a biography of him and knew he did a lot of stuff in Africa. So when I saw it, I thought, man, I got to pick this up. And it was very good. It looks like maybe a radio station had it at one time, but it doesn't say a promo copy or anything on it. So anyway, and this is on a Signpost label. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, Signpost. And all of these covers are in pretty great condition, and the records are in real good condition. I call the records really near mint. Another one I picked up, Meet the Beatles. This is a 65 issue, or 64 issue, I'm sorry. I don't know. I know there's a bunch of different variations for this record. I'm not sure which one this one is. I've tried to do a little bit of looking, and I know part of it talks about, the wording on Beatles being in green, or if it's a tan to brown color, and then talking about if it had produced by George Martin, I believe, or any producer anybody listed on the bottom here. There's no producer listed. I think part of it was the songs. All the songs, side 2 have ASCAP on them, and side 1 has BMI on the first song, I Want to Hold Your Hand. But I think that's the only one. This BMI, yeah, that's the only one. If somebody knows anything about what version that is, let me know. I'd be glad to hear. And it is the color band. This one does have some surface scratches. I did play it. It sounds pretty decent. A few pops and crackles, but nothing bad. Nothing that really detracted from the songs at all. So I was glad to pick it up. Next, Steely Dan's Greatest Hits. Like Steely Dan, I was glad to get this. Backside, gatefold, 2-record set. Show you back that way. Records are in great shape. I believe this is ABC. Yeah, ABC label. You see that record right there, man. It's very clean and glossy. I mean, there's no issue with these records at all. Real glad to get them. Next, Journey Captured. Another gatefold, front and back, 2-record set. This one does have the fold-out poster that shows all the different ones on it, members on it, and the captured label. I'm not going to open that up, but another great one, great record. I wasn't familiar with this to realize this was really a live album. And man, good songs throughout this whole record. Next one, Jackson Browne, The Pretender. Pleased to get this one, Asylum. Like I said, just like all the rest of them, great shape. Well, if I can grab it does have the sleeve in it, but Asylum label, you can see that one. Another still good, got some fingerprints. I need to clean that one, I can see. But another good record. Glad to get this one. I have greatest hits of theirs, or best stuff so far. Buffalo Springfield. Mono. Actually, this one, the record it's on this one was in great shape. Atco label. This one's got a little issue, you can see at the top, but as far as the rest of the cover, I mean, it's a good shape, good glossy cover. Glad to get this one. This one does have the version that does have For What It's Worth as the #1 song on it. So glad to get that. I know this group is really liked in the VC. The Cars, Shake It Up. Glad to get that one. I have a couple of Cars on CD. This is my first Cars record though, on album, vinyl. So I'm glad to pick that up. Red Electra label. And it does have the sleeve inside. As you guys know, I am a Eagles fan. I know a lot of you guys don't care for the Eagles, overplayed and everything, but their harmonies are still tight and great. You can't beat that. You can't deny that. But anyway, some call them the Silent Eagle. J.D. Souther co-wrote a bunch of their songs. Was with Glenn Frey and their first band, Long Branch Penny Whistle. But glad to pick this one up. It does have the song You're Only Lonely, which is the title track to it also. There again, Columbia. Great record, good clean record. Glad to get this one too. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Gatefold. Surprisingly, another clean one. I have one or two of his on CD, but this one and Born in the USA are the only two now that I have of his on vinyl. So I like Bruce Springsteen, but he's never been on my radar to just go, hey, I've got to get him. So when you get them for, oh, and I don't think I said, but these records, I picked up 4 of them the first day, and I can't tell you now which ones were which of this last bunch, that were $3 a piece. And then that last day I picked up the rest of them. So, and on that last day I got them for $1. So still, every one of them under $3 or $3 and under. Next, Rosanne Cash, 7-Year Ache. I like some of her stuff. Don't hear much of her stuff, but another clean sleeve is inside, but good shine on it. Glad to get that. And last but not least, once you guys probably not going to care for this group, I don't ever hear them mentioned, never have heard them mentioned, Firefall. Ellen, that has the song Strange Way, that if you don't know it, look that one up. Firefall, Strange Way. That'll give you a good idea of what Firefall sounds like. They're a mellower, more of a soft rock type, but still, I mean, you can't bang your head all day long. And this is a good, just relaxing kickback, good harmonies with these guys also. On Atlantic. So anyway, that's my January vinyl haul. Thank everybody for watching, commenting. I ask you to please make a comment. If you don't care for some of these, let me know. I want to know your opinion on some of these guys. I'd like to see what other people are thinking out there. The comment, like, thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't care, whichever you want to do, but I'd like to hear from you on them. Anyway, y'all have a great one. Congratulations, Rob, on your Eagles winning, and we'll see you next time around. Keep them spinning.